If you're alive, you probably should have a good toolkit because you never know when you're going to need one. However, if you're an outdoorsman, you absolutely need to have one, especially if you're dealing with any firearms, accessories, bows, things like that. So obviously within the industry, you have a lot of good high-end toolkits. However, it's very tough to justify $100 or more on a toolkit, even as nice as they may be, especially when people are on a budget. So this is why I was really excited to get this kit by Wheeler, and this is their Gunsmith screwdriver set. And I wanted to see how it compares to my more expensive toolkits. Honestly, I thought I was gonna get something really cheap, but this is a pretty nice toolkit for the money. So obviously, nice cardboard box is gonna give you all the features and everything that you're getting, and then the toolkit itself. So this toolkit is going to come in a nice plastic hard case. It's not going to be super compact. The case is a little bit on the flimsier side, but it is going to be functional. It says Wheeler on the side, and then you have the two clips. When you open it up, so inside you're going to have the instructions and a link to look at all the other products. You have this foam piece that's going to protect the tips, and then inside on top of the case, it's going to give you a listing of all the bits that you're going to get inside. So this is obviously going to be a screwdriver that you're going to use by hand. It's not ratcheting, it's just a regular screwdriver with an opening for 1/4-inch bits that you are going to get. With this, you're also not going to get a ton of leverage as you would like with a T-handle, so do keep that in mind. It is steel, it's coated with something. The handle itself is rubberized, so it feels nice in a hand, and it is textured as well. As far as the bits, you're going to get your standard slotted bits, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sizes. The first 5, so that's 1 FB, 11 FB, 13 FB, 28 FB, 39 FB, and 47 FB. So these look like they're just small, but they get wider, and then the last one is wider and thicker. Then you're gonna get 3 different Phillips head screwdrivers, pH 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then you are going to get your needed Torx sets. T6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20, and 25. The only ones that I've encountered, I wish it had the 17s, which every so often that you do use, but it does go down to T6. I don't think I've ever seen actually T5 used in general, but it is nice. The ones that you're more likely going to find and run into is going to be your Allen's or your hex keys. So you're going to have them in 2 different sizes. You're going to have your metric and standard sizes. So your metric one go down to 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 5, and 6 millimeters. And then your standard is 1/16, 5/64, 3/32, 7/64, 1/8, 9/64, 5/32, and 3/16. What's nice is that this is a complete set. It does not have skips as far as I see. And on the bits themselves, they are all labeled. What's nice about this is even though it's a much cheaper set, it actually is more complete than some of your higher end toolkits that you're going to have, where honestly, when I'm working on some scopes, I don't have the right metric bit in order to set the zero stop, things like that. So obviously the bit here, it is magnetic, so it'll help retain it, and it just clips right in. But it's not strong enough. It's strong enough that it's not going to fly out, but it's not strong enough that you're going to have issues of it getting stuck. All of these are coated, I believe it's like phosphate coating or something like that. And it is an overall very nice set for the money. I'm like quite impressed. Originally I bought it for the video, but I'm like, hey, I'm actually think I'm going to keep this. Just because it's a nice extra tool set to have, especially if you need to, someone's going to borrow something. But more importantly is because I think this actually is going to have every single bit that I would need to work on a new scope if I don't know which bit in particular it's going to have. This kit is not made in China, actually. So if you're familiar with tools, you basically know that majority of tools are going to come from China, and then your higher end stuff is going to come from Taiwan. There's generally only a couple of different manufacturers for them. Fully expected that this one's going to be made in China. It's actually not. So it's made in Thailand with final assembly in China. I believe the case is probably made in China. The tools themselves are made in Thailand. Haven't run into Thai tools before, but it is it's made for Wheeler and American Outdoor Brands Company. If stuff breaks, I'm fairly positive they are going to stand behind it. The only thing I really don't like about this is these clips are like, for example, this one is just very difficult to kind of get in and close. But that's basically about it. Overall, I think it's a very solid value for the money.